that you have to wonder what is lies and what is embellishment and what is made up whole cloth, and you just don't know. And that's gaslighting. And then you start to lose your mind and you start a YouTube channel so you can bitch about Alexandra Rodriguez. And then other people start their channel and you all get to know each other. And it's like a big clusterfuck of snark. Hey guys, it's Devin Harrington, the Average Gen Xer. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new here. On this channel, I talk about stuff that interests me, and today we are headed back to the Alexandra Rodriguez subreddit to see what the Queen of Costco is doing this week. So let's get right to it. But first, real quick, as you know, if you watch my content, I always encourage anyone who is an animal lover to please consider fostering for your local animal shelter. This is my foster puppy, Monkey. He was one of 3 little tiny babies, and now he is a big beast. So I like to say it's good for the soul, it's good for the world, it's good for the animals. So please consider fostering. And now on to Alex. Okay, so if you follow this train wreck rolling, you probably know that Alex puts out 3 vlogs per week. And in the past week, we had 6 days ago was daily vlog, Greek yogurt, cream cheese, new nails, car mukbang, rug cleaning, daily vlog. Riveting, isn't it? Then, a couple days later, we got realistic night alone vlog, mama time when baby goes to bed. If she's not with the baby, then why is it mama time? Oh, because Alex has to let everyone in the world know that she's a mama. That's why she bought all that mama stuff for herself. I wonder what she bought herself for Mother's Day. This is her first Mother's Day. So apparently Yar, her husband, is at Army, as Alex says, that I think is National Guard training that he goes to. He's probably so excited to go to Army so that he can not be around her. In my opinion, of course. And then the last vlog on Thursday was Chick-fil-A breakfast dupe. She's on a mission. She's going to create every junk food that she likes in a healthy version. Setting up our playroom vlog. So all of this stuff, I mean, it's lovely for the 4 people or so who watch her unironically, but I think the rest of us are just waiting for the other shoe to drop. New nails. I mean, imagine like vlogging that. She doesn't even vlog the nail appointment. She just shows you her walking into the nail salon and then maybe a clip of her nails being worked on, and then she's got new nails and she does her annoying thing with the nails. Ugh, it's so awful. It's so freaking aggravating. Every time I think I can't be more aggravated by her, she outdoes herself. So let's head over to some Reddit posts and see what the good people there had to say. Okay, so this week, Alexandra continued on her Weight Watchers journey to lose weight. She has apparently lost, 12 or 13 pounds is what she claims. She says her starting weight was 311, which is horrifying enough. But a lot of people on Reddit think she's lying about her weight, her starting weight. Anyway, she now claims to be 297. So over bit 4133 posted this. The delusion Big Bubba wants to sell. She's claiming that now she's 297 pounds and she's almost back to her 226 pounds. That was her lowest weight as an adult. The only part of her that's losing fat is her nose. So here is an older picture of Alex. Could be 10, could be even 15 years old. I don't know how old she is here. Um, and then this is what she looks like now. So, years have gone by. She's gotten married, she's had a baby, but she's claiming that she's not that far off in weight in this newer picture compared to this older picture. So, pretty crazy. And then some of the comments on this, Cod Sensitive 606 said, I love it when someone posts side by side pics of Alex like this. It always looks like the younger, highly filtered Alex was eaten by the real Alex. And that pretty much says it all. Calligrapher late 9358 said, oh my God, the swipe nearly took me out. Like the cheeks holding nuts every time. It kills me. The delusion is intense. Far Structure 9013 said, sometimes I feel like there needs to be a trigger warning for shit like this. Jana Kukumai says she hasn't lost any weight. It's all BS for engagement. Very comical at this point. Standard Gur 8379 commented, at least the early pics she still had a chin jawline. Nowadays, the chin bone is eaten by the quadruple chins and her nose and mouth are overtaken by her jowls. I'm waiting for the point where the filters don't cut it anymore, or she's outed by third parties taking real life pics of her. Somewhere along the line, her true image will come out. And I sure hope that's true, because I am so frustrated with this woman. She has been online for the better part of 15 years. She essentially has spent her entire 20s, her late teens, her 20s, her early 30s now, vlogging her life and doesn't know how to do anything else. And she has made some really good money doing it. And she is seeing a decrease in views now because people have just gotten so sick and tired of her filtering and photoshopping and claiming that she doesn't. It would be one thing if she would say, yeah, I totally Photoshop my stuff so that I look a lot skinnier than I actually am. But, that's why Photoshop exists or something. I mean, just be honest. But no, she can't. And that's why she has 18,000 reaction channels snarking on her, because people are sick of this chick's crap. And it's to make it even more infuriating, this boring ass content that she does. Yeah, now she's in the groove. She's been doing this for a long, long time. And it's just second nature of her to grab the camera. And she's probably going to be online forever and ever and ever unless she can really get herself canceled. A few more comments on this post. My Dixie Wrecked says, I also think that the chin lipo that she had fucked up her actual face shape because she gained back the weight and the remaining fat cells would have gotten bigger. She had more lower jaw definition when she was younger, and that's before the days of sophisticated body and face tuners, so it was probably legit that she looked like that. Yeah, I would agree. I mean, I know she was caught photoshopping her Instagram pics or whatever years ago, and then after she got caught lying about the stupid tummy tuck, which was egregious, then she, copped to having used filters and whatever you want to call it before, but now she doesn't anymore. And maybe that was true for a while, but since she got pregnant, and probably before that, I'm not that good at, determining when a filter is being used. Although the people of Reddit are better than the fucking FBI at this shit. So, they keep tabs on her. And the filtering is just ridiculous. And it's she doesn't, she lies. She blatantly lies and says she doesn't use slimming filters. And we're going to look at a side-by-side comparison in a second that will just show you that she's full of shit. Okay, Powder and Paint 14 commented, she looked cute back then. What a shame. Yeah, I thought she was very cute when she was younger. I thought she would have made a good plus-size model, which is what she wanted to do. She would not make an actress. She doesn't have the thick skin required of an actress, although models require just as thick of a skin. Actually, she doesn't have the thick skin required for life. Full stop. Minearth22 commented, even her lies make no sense. If she was 297, that's nowhere near 226. That's still 71 pounds. Fuck all the way off with this. I would, Turbulent Charge 1042 said, I would bet money she hasn't lost a pound and might even have packed on a few more lbs. Mosswitch8 said, biggest difference, she's actually wearing a bra back then. Now, this is why I called this post Professional Troll. Because of posts like this from Move Suspicious 2108, girl, nobody recognizes you. You failed miserably at both the glam Boston girly and this fake suburban wannabe mom life personality you got going on. I mean, where do we even start? LOL, your loyal subs, remember? So don't make us expose you, girl. So here's a picture from Alex's Instagram. Here she is holding a clementine of some sort so that everybody thinks she's very healthy. And she has clearly blurred and erased her under chin fat. And then this is probably a still from her vlog. And these are two different people. Like, what the fuck? You know, I realize it's her Instagram, but she has enough of a following and has been online for enough years that she is a public figure of sorts. And she is just gaslighting all of us. And I really don't know why it bothers me this much because, like, I wanted to like her when I started watching her. I thought she was cute, and, you know, I'd never really watched a vlogger before, except for Kiki Chanel. Love my girl, Kiki Chanel. Anyway, and then, like, not long after I started watching her, I just started getting aggravated because she's so fake, and there's just something off. And in my experience, that's narcissism, you know, when you're around someone or you're watching someone's behavior, and it's just not quite right. Anyway, moving on to some comments on this post. Obscure TV quote said, she's healthy and skinny, that's why. If she wasn't holding the healthy orange, we wouldn't even be able to see her. She's so tiny. Move Suspicious 2108, the OP, said, notice she's using the orange to push her jaw inward and pulling upward on her chins at the same time. Yeah, she sure is. Wow. And that does change the shape of her face. I mean, we all do that, you know, we all know our best angles, but we're not all public figures, and therein lies the big difference. She is influencing young girls, and that's the problem that I have with her. It's just sad. Someone who deleted their account says she wants to be on the new Bravo series, Real Fat Housewives of Rhode Island. Someone else comparing her to John Candy, who she kind of does resemble, but John Candy was just a league of his own. Kyle Vanderpump says, John Candy was likable. I miss John Candy. Me too. Okay, moving on. Later on in the week, Alex had to go on Instagram and post this obnoxious, tone-deaf, I don't know if it was a reel or a picture or whatever, about how full her heart is while she's holding her little child that she wanted so much for so long. She says on her reel, I might have my hands full, but at least they're not empty. And this really pissed off some people. I mean, there were a lot of people who are in the TTC community, meaning trying to conceive, and people who support people in the TTC community, which Alex thought she was all up in holding hands and singing kumbaya with the TTC community when she was trying to conceive. And then as soon as she got knocked up, she was like, bye, bitches. And this is just insensitive to the many, many people who supported her when she was TTC. And so the post is, hands are full. At least they're not empty. Bitch, your hands are empty almost 19 hours a day, since that's how much your poor baby is sleeping. Yeah, we'll get to that in a second. So data aggravating 2372 said, is Wideback trying to take a dig at childless women? Way to go, Alex, to the TTC community that was rooting for your fat ass. You need to be canceled for this. Oh, God, please, somebody cancel her. Somebody, for something. One little spark Lulu commented, I was just coming to post this. At least they're not empty. What a fucking horrible thing to say after she knew so many were TTC. Yeah, it's, typical narcissist. Doesn't consider anyone else's feelings. It wouldn't occur to her to think, oh, I probably shouldn't say that. That would be offensive to, all these people who give me likes and views and all that shit. So, but no, she doesn't think about that. She's just wants to rub it in everyone's face that she has a baby. Oh, and her heart is so full. Alonzo87 said all of this. It stung reading it. Prudent Tonight 7761 said 8 months is not TTC. She's such an asshole. Data aggravating 2372 said, oh, trust me, I know she's a liar. No TTC or traumatic miscarriage. Tell that to someone who drinks her Kool-Aid. I mean, you really wonder so much of what comes out of her mouth is lies that you have to wonder what is lies and what is embellishment and what is made up whole cloth, and you just don't know. And that's gaslighting. And then you start to lose your mind and you start a YouTube channel so you can bitch about Alexandra Rodriguez. And then other people start their channel and you all get to know each other. And it's like a big clusterfuck of snark. All right, everybody calm down. Okay, next post. One of the great things about this subreddit is we have quite a few very clever artists there of various kinds. So this post is from Successful Flight 58. Here's what Alex sees in the mirror. Now, I know this is an old picture of her. This is when she lived in her old house in Massachusetts, which she never should have sold. It was gorgeous. And this was her beautiful pool that she had. And this, I don't know if this is before or after the tummy tuck. I think it's after. But look at the proportions here. And I mean, that's not that far off, She's, 5'7"-ish. And that's about what she would look like at a normal weight, at least, kind of that general shape, but that's just crazy. A couple of comments on here. My Pan Su commented, Delulu knock need ho. Allie Gale said this made me cackle. Yes. Sweet Yeast said she got opposite dysphoria. Probably so. I Heart Creek said, I wonder what happens when someone with body dysmorphia like Alex is shown something like this. Would she see your drawing, which is awesome, as being ridiculously underweight and her body is perfectly skinny but not too skinny? Or does she realize that she's like 3 times bigger than a healthy size when seeing this? Far Structure 9013 said, I would love to know what she sees because right now my head is spinning knowing she buys the same size shirts as me at Old Navy. And I'm 110 pounds less than her. If her weigh-ins are truthful, which I don't think they are, especially after the old workout content uploaded debacle. Yes, and that was the big scandal this week, is that Alex posted a reel on Instagram showing herself working out with the caption, I wanted you to see what a 300-pound body looks like working out. And the video is from 2 years ago. So what the hell is she doing posting something from 2 years ago? Because many of her stans were on there and were saying, oh, you look great. You know, they thought it was new and assumed this was like the result of her Weight Watchering, which it was not. Okay, moving on. So this is from North Paw. Today's video was originally posted on February 17th, 2023. See what I mean? FBI. And so this was on her Instagram, her main Instagram, and it says a reminder that fitness isn't one size fits all. Well, you're getting on a fucking elliptical machine. I mean, that's pretty one size fits all, don't you think? Educational North 808 commented, people are telling her she looks great and that she's made so much progress. She's yet to address it and say it's an old video. First rule about Alex is she always lies. Yes, and that is really unfortunate because she really left it open to interpretation. She's just saying, I want you to see what a 300-pound body looks like working out. Well, she is around 300 pounds right now. So this should be from right now. Because she's a fucking vlogger. But no, it's 2 years old. Why would you put up a 2-year... Why am I asking? Ridiculous. Gemini Girl commented, she's trying to convince people she does this now because if she did, she'd post a new video like she does with everything else. Yes, common sense, thank God. I don't think it'll cancel her though, since she has people in her community who only care about ass padding, the absolute bare minimum on the ground effort. She's a known liar and people still love her. So if she wants to lie about doing the right thing, so be it, I guess. Most of us are out here actually doing it and actually making progress. No Connection 7088 said, I was coming to say the exact same thing. She posted this on her regular account. And there she is, showing us what a 300-pound body looks like working out. And it's 300 pounds. If it is 300 pounds, and why would she say she's 300 pounds in the picture if she wasn't? What does she weigh now? Because she's bigger than that. This is 2 years ago, before she had a baby, you know, when she had lost 100 pounds from her gastric bypass. So Some Teaching 8963 commented, if they are worthy of movement, then why ain't she moving now instead of posting old ass vids? Indeed, Some Teaching, indeed. Melly Dawn 0101 commented, saying all bodies are worthy of movement is the stupidest shit I've ever heard. Our bodies were designed to move. Duh! She thinks people make fun of her for exercising. No, sis. We make fun of you when you gorge yourself on junk and you think you can outrun your diet. Burning 300 calories at the gym, then to put those calories right back into your body with those stupid-ass protein shakes as soon as you hop your happy ass off the machine. Yeah, that is completely pointless. Okay, so as mentioned previously, Yar went off to the Army this week. So, Move Suspicious 2108 posted, Yar leaves for Army and Alex puts Anderson down for the night before 6 p.m. The clock shows 18 military time, which is 6 p.m. All this little boy gets is a dark room alone in a crib 24/7. I wouldn't say 24/7, but yeah, I mean, look at this picture. This is a still from her vlog, and the FBI of Reddit was on the case and figured out it was only 6 o'clock, and she had already mentioned in the video that she had put the baby down. And so this person said, she said she puts him down at 7 p.m. after already sleeping all day with 3 extended naps. The sun was still out. It was warm, kids playing outside, birds chirping. And instead of taking Anderson for a walk or letting him go outside on his swing, or maybe just sitting out on the deck with him, nope, he's down for bed before 6 p.m. Yeah, that's really a shame. And she goes on, because she started filming this and was purposely trying to avoid the clock. She was talking for a while before I was able to catch it. It's bad enough when Yar is there. Anderson sleeps 21 hours, but when he leaves, she puts him down even earlier so she can binge eat, watch her shows, treat herself, and have self-care. Mom time, you know. What a selfish bitch. I'm sorry, but this is so sad and horrible. It's making me increasingly more angry. This baby is almost 9 months old and can't even move. Yeah, I mean, you don't see the kid crawling. You don't even see him on his belly. You don't see him, moving around. He's always laying on his back. She even went over to her grandmother's recently, and the grandma was on the floor playing with the kid, and he's just laying on his back, like kind of out of it, not moving, not really doing anything. I did see some video this week where, he was laughing. You could hear him laughing, but I don't know. Okay, this person goes on. It's making me increasingly more angry. This baby is almost 9 months old and can't even move because he's in bed, sleeping 90% of his life. It was a beautiful day. She could have taken him outside or even just spent quality time with her. To let him play on his tummy on the floor. But when it's her turn to watch her child, she doesn't want to be bothered. So she puts him to sleep so she can live her selfish life. She shouldn't have had him. Agreed. And I hope someone catches her and intervenes. Don't hold your breath. In my opinion, this is abuse. Yeah. Of a sort, yeah. Neglect. He is immobile and unable to do anything, all at the hands of his own mother, because she would rather silence and to be baby free to do whatever she wants, but at the sake of her own child's life. And some comments on this one. Audrey Marie 90, I literally screenshotted the same thing because I was surprised. He takes multiple naps a day and then goes to bed at like 6. What the fuck? Yeah, it's strange. I mean, I don't remember my youngest brother taking naps after like, I don't know, 8, 9 months. And it would be like here and there, he falls asleep, but it was not on a fucking schedule. She's got to have that schedule, Alex does, so she knows when she can eat, which is all the time. She constantly has to have snacks. Far Structure 9013 said, she also said he wakes up at 5:30 a.m., which means he's getting too much daytime sleep. Common sense, really. If I went to bed at 6:30 p.m., I'd probably wake up at 5:30 too. Same. And Move Suspicious 2108 said, no, she said in her last vlog that Anderson typically wakes up at 6 a.m., and takes his first nap by 8 a.m.? What the hell is this woman doing? He's still doing 3 naps a day, so usually his second nap is around noon and the last nap by 3:30 to 4 p.m. Then he eats his dinner by 5:30 p.m. but goes to bed at 7 p.m. Yet while Yar is gone to Army, she put Anderson down before 6 p.m. because the clock showed it, and he had already been down before she filmed in the kitchen. This child is sleeping 12 hours at night and still taking 3 naps. Yeah. That does not sound very normal to me. Okay, you know that someone had to post this. This picture is part of the 2-year-old workout video that Alex posted without telling people that it was 2 years old. And so everybody thought that this is what she looks like now, that she's claiming to have lost 14 pounds or whatever. But this is old. But can we just how? These knees. I mean, she can't stand with her feet together, can she? I don't think she can. I just had to stop and admire. But anyway, last post here. Here's our healthy queen from Prudent Tonight 7761. And it says, she's really lost a lot of weight. And this is actually from recently. I want to say that is what she kind of looks like now. And I'll give her credit, man. She's got some nice brows. I just got powder brows done, and they are wildly expensive. And I had to spend that money because I plucked the shit out of my brows in the 90s when that was the fashion, just like so many other women, and they never came back. So I do have some brow envy a little bit. But anyway, here's what I don't envy is the rest of her. I mean, come on, girl. Fucking get it together. Gloomy Art 2297 said, she inspires me to never get this big again. So she's helping in her own way. Prudent Tonight 7761 said, good for you for losing the weight. I bet it was hard. I've gained 40 pounds and it's so hard to lose. And Gloomy Art responded, losing weight is not easy. I had the same weight loss surgery as Alex almost 15 years ago, and that was a gastric bypass. I lost 175 pounds and had 2 babies since, and I am still down 150 pounds. Wow. Good on you, ma'am. So it can be done. She will never have the discipline or do the hard work, and that's why she's made of fail. And that is a great description of Alex. She is made of fail. Made of fail. That is our girl, Alex Rodriguez. And she's made of fail because she has everything going for her. Every privilege you could possibly want, she has it. And yet she won't get out of her own way. She cannot do difficult things. She doesn't finish what she starts. And that is a problem that a lot of people have. But a lot of people are not vlogging their life for the past 15 years. And it's taken this long, I think, for her to build up a reputation so that she has all of these people snarking on her because it's run its course, you know, like the vlogging thing for her has run its course. I think she will probably continue on just doing her thing that she does in her little bubble, and somebody's watching it. I don't know. At this point, it does seem like a lot of what Alex does just is done to piss off all the reactors because she knows how much we hate her chewing and yawning and all the other bullshit she does. And she likes to do it to rub it in everyone's face. There's just something about it. You can tell it's not her being genuine. You can tell she reads the subreddit. She reads the posts on there and probably watches some of the reactors. So anyway, if you like this video, please like it. Please leave a comment. Let me know if you're, invested in the Alex train wreck as I am, and you keep hanging on to see what's going to happen, then let me know what you think is going to happen. Is it just going to peter out? She's just going to get even more boring and lower views. And I mean, she's out there hustling sponsors. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you made it to the end, you are a trooper. I thank you so, so much. And I will see you guys in the next video.